All right. Good morning, everyone. So, um, I had just seen part of Love and Happiness's stream that she did on GP's channel earlier. So, I think I'll take a look at that this morning. Because she explains everything that happened with It's Just Jill in depth here. So let's see what she had to say. And I'm going to have to skip ahead because I'm going to get a copyright claim if I don't. Right.
Yo, 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 what is up? It is Love and Happiness. I am here today
Yay.
because I am tired of people using my name and trying to use me to hurt other people. Ain't gonna happen. Not on my watch. I know I did some fuckery, and yes, I own up to it. See, the thing about me is, what you guys see, I am a nice person. But then when you get on my bad side, I don't care about you. I don't care about anything. And unfortunately, yeah, I'm that way with friends, families, whoever. Anybody could get it.
How I feel.
But I'm here because, I was like, let me start to where it started from. Right. So today, I went to Jill, she was doing her stream. And mind you, I deleted everything. So I have no more communications with anyone. So the only way I could have spoken to Jill is through her stream. Now I said, look, I want to talk to you. I said, drop the link, and I didn't get a response. I hear her greeting everybody. I thought she left over me. So I'm looking like, oh, okay. So I was like, you ignoring me? And then Yolanda was like, yo, she's going through her call or whatever. I was like, okay, I saw that. So I wasn't even going to message again. 5 minutes in, whatever. She said, no, I'm not going to do that. Okay, cool. She's like, I can message you, or we could talk behind the scenes. But my thing is this. If you said something in front of everybody, we're not going to clean it up behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? It's like you need to be open and honest about what you said because what's messed up. And
Correct.
I was gonna be respectful. I don't believe in hopping in people's streams and taking over or doing anything like that. I'm not. I was gonna be respectful. But then the funny thing is that I see it's like I see Steph up in there trying to stir some shit. Telling some, oh, I'm timed out, Love and Happiness, or block me, whatever the hell she did. Trying to make it seem like that it was something more than it wasn't. I'm looking like, you saw that message like 5 or 10 minutes ago. Like, why are you starting stuff? And I was like, that's the thing there. And that's the thing that bothers me with some of these people in the community. Y'all always on some fuck shit. And I'm like, oh, okay. So,
yes, we are.
What brought us here today is, GP really pissed me off. Something he did in real life. And I was like, you know what? I said, I'm going to truly show you what these people are about. I was like, because he speaks so highly of everyone. I'm looking like he's up here defending people. I'm looking like, why are you defending them for? They don't care about you. And I was like, let me show you. I said, you don't believe me? I'm going to have to show you. So let me just start off with Jill. So when Jill did her stream about the little 6-hour stream that they did, the little, house play, whatever you want to call it.
6 hours? Jeez.
I was going to leave everything alone. I really was. But what pissed me off was when she sat there and lied. And I'm looking like she's sitting here trying to act like and sound like she's a victim. Tell some, oh, well, I was scared to talk about the community, and because GP, I really felt like, I don't have proof though, but I felt like GP had doxed the Black Guy TV and sent that over to Tragic. That was a lie, and that's the shit that pissed me off. That's when I was like, oh hell no. I'm about to have some fun, and I'm about to show you that I'm gonna pimp y'all out for real, because ain't nobody gonna do nothing like that. Like, what for? Like, whose ass are you kissing to have good grace with? So, and then she also said, oh, well, I'm keeping my distance. I'm keeping my distance from them. So if you knew this a long time ago, here's the receipts. Let's look at them. This was what, 2-3 weeks ago?
September 8th.
She says, are we not speaking? I hope I didn't do anything wrong. Okay. And GP responds back. And mind you, these are messages that I got from GP, and I screenshot them. And I'm looking like, what's going on here? He says, hey, good morning, Jill. Oh, no, everything is great between us. Why? What's wrong? I'm sorry. How are you doing? I just miss you. That's all. You just miss him? You just miss him? After you said you're keeping your distance? Boy. After you said that you're afraid to speak to the community because you feel like he did some fuck shit? Who's telling a lie here? Let's be real. And this is the bullshit that I can't stand. Y'all motherfuckers sitting here lying. Like, come the fuck on. And I'm just looking like, yo, what's so funny is I seen so many damn DMs. And the thing about it is, y'all be playing. Y'all be playing.
Good morning. So much has been happening. Sorry about being distant. Love told me you two are supposed to do a show together.
Here's some more. Good morning. So much have been happening. Sorry about being distant. Love told me you two were supposed to do a show together. Hey, how are you? I'm so tired. I celebrated my birthday for over 24 hours. Laugh out loud. Right? This is on the 13th of September. The 13th, yet you're keeping your distance. Yes, we're planning to stream together. I was surprised and happy when she asked if I was still interested. I'm off to sleep now. I have missed you. Now, does this sound like a person that's keeping themselves distance? Does this sound like somebody that was like, oh, well, I just felt a certain way? Come on, let's keep it real. And this is GP saying, hey, he's taking my advice. He's going to log off for a little bit, and he'll be back to do the Tragic documentary. I'm looking like, I'm sorry. It's like, if you guys seen the stuff that I've seen, you will understand why I'm pissed off and why I did the stuff that I did. Now, some of you may say that, hey, it was unjust. You shouldn't have done it that way. And yeah, it was some fucked up stuff. I can admit that. It is what it is. I did it. Yeah. Let's move on. What's the problem? I'm looking like everybody else is doing shit, so who cares?
Yes.
So my thing is this. So I did send. So after that stream, I was so pissed off. I was like, you know what? I said,
and right,
I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna do some fuckery. I'm gonna do some fuck shit, and I did. I sent Jill a text, and I was like, yeah. I was looking like, okay. I was like, yeah. I was upset on how Jill was talking to Little Boots, and I felt like that I should have been more vocal, and I was like, yeah, he knew that we were supposed to be streaming and stuff, and I felt like that he didn't want me to stream with you. I'm looking like, but look, you see the messages right there.
You're
right?
welcome.
Saying that, yeah, I see it, and you're so happy about it, right? And then what else did I say in there? And I pointed out some other shit that I did because, my thing is this: when I'm so anal at times, so when I do things, like I want you to see the full picture. And I'm looking like, I'm thinking that y'all actually looking into stuff and doing stuff. So I was like, look, let me point out some of the other stuff that I did. Look at this. I had to make it more believable.
You want to see it?
And, I was like, It was so funny. I kid you not.
Oh boy.
I was like, and I saw that she read the messages.
I'll take a look after this.
I see that she was in there for some time or whatever. So I'm sitting here thinking like, oh man. I said, here it goes. I said, here goes that snowball. I said, yeah. I said, she fed right into my hand to spew some more lies because that's what she wanted to do. I said, they had so much hatred that they couldn't even see that these were lies. It's like, why would I go against my friend that I know over 20 years? Does that make any sense? No. For me to say, oh, well, I'm gonna talk to you and befriend you, and we only had a couple of conversations on chat? Like, come on.
Wait.
So I'm looking like, wait. I mean, honestly,
I am so fucking tired right now. I literally just woke up. Yes, it does make sense. Oh.
Was enjoying this because I'm looking like they're probably over there, you know, like Thanksgiving dinner waiting for that fried turkey to come out, and they just enjoying it. They just loving it.
They are.
So I sent that out, and then after I had sent that message, I did feel kind of bad for a little bit. I did. And I did send an apology. And I said, you know what? I would, because I know what I did was messed up. I shouldn't have played with nobody emotions. I'm looking like I'm over here like I'm thinking dollar bill,
I already shared this.
Hitting that green light and they running like they seeing money. But after I was like, all right, after a couple of days or so, I calmed down and I did send an apology. And what really pisses me off? It's like, you can't send one thing and not send the other one. Now, my thing is this. Now, I saw her stream when she said she didn't think that it was me texting her because she thought that GP was in my text. First of all, y'all already know I don't trust nobody. I'm not giving nobody my personal sign on stuff. She knew good and darn well that was me talking to her the whole time. But see, this shit right here cleared up everything. But then she didn't want to share this. Why are you going to share some lies, but you don't want to share the truth? And I'll read it to you.
Yeah, why?
And I told her, and I know that she referenced it, but she said, oh, I don't want to share it. And I said, look, I want to start off to apologize to you and everyone in the community. I was mad at GP for something that happened IRL. And I decided to get back to him online, which I know was some fuck shit. And I told her straight up, when I'm angry, I play the long game and I plant seeds, which is true. Because when I'm pissed off, I want to see some shit unfold. Where am I at? Oh. I wanted him to be hurt, and as my friend, I felt like he should have showed up. After talking with my therapist, which, yes, I have started seeing therapy because Bridget, I do have some anger issues. When you piss me off, I do go to the extreme, and I realized after all this shit that happened that what I thought GP did, he didn't even do.
This is Love and Happiness. She's a close friend of GP's. GP has known her for about 20 years. I think, if I remember correctly, that's what he said. He said he's known her for 20 years.
Dude, somebody else did that shit. So I'm looking like that's why I felt bad because I blamed him for something that he didn't even do. And that's why I was like, all right, maybe I do need to get some help.
Just seems
so
like a bunch
after
of drama.
Talking to my therapist yesterday, it was determined that, I do need to tell the truth and I need to clear the slate. I was told, hey, I need to be medicated. I was like, wow, I ain't want to hear that, but it is what it is. So it says, I knew that everyone would believe in me more than him. Because my thing is this, I have no problems with no one. Nobody, rubbed me the wrong way in that sense for me to go off.
Uh-huh.
So I put him in a position that I felt like he would lose.
At least
I know some of the things I said didn't make sense. That's because that's because he didn't understand.
Guys, if you haven't yet, please leave a like, leave a thumbs up. You have to look for trouble there to get it. It's totally a choice. Yeah.
All that I did. And this is my thing. How can you explain something that you don't know what happened? You know, he's trying to defend himself, and he know that I did some messed up stuff, and still somewhat trying to keep me in good spirits. That's how good a friend he is. He wasn't at that time wasn't completely throwing me under the bus or anything like that. But it's like he was like, hey, he was still trying to be a good friend to me, even though I did some messed
and the
up
boy
stuff.
They bother you no matter what.
I was so mad that everything I was holding on to, I poured it out onto him. And that's what I do, because I keep shit in. I need to learn how to not do that, because whoever my next victim is, they gonna get it. And I was like, and I told her straight up, it was wrong for me to use you, not just Jill, but all of you. You know, I said, GP put his trust in me, and I turned the whole community against him. I said, honestly, that was my goal. I had to show him that all you would drop him like a bad habit if something was to go wrong with them. It felt good for a minute. It really did, because I accomplished and tear him down. And I know that's kind of fucked up for me to say as a friend, but I have some issues. So I lost sight. That was just making him look bad, but was hurting other people in the process. I'm taking a step to do better, which is why, I'm going to therapy.
And I still got people following
me. It's bad to say that I felt some enjoyment, but I know it was wrong.
Anders.
It was the wrong kind of enjoyment that I was receiving from doing what I did. You know, I said, I hope all will find it in your hearts to forgive me. And I told her straight up, I'm signing off, and I will unsubscribe to all the channels that I've watched. And I did do that. And that's what I did. I had to take a break. But then, I was still curious to see, if she would share it. And I'm looking like, why wouldn't you share it? Why? You're so easy to share out some lies that stated, I don't even know what it all was.
Okay. I just want more people to know what he's doing, since he stays under the radar, but he still stalks people and grooms underage girls and shit. Yeah. So does Noodles. So does Noodles. I don't care what anyone says. Noodles does that too.
But I'm looking like I'm looking like, what the hell's going on here? Anyway, moving on. Hold on, I gotta get a sip of water. Keep on
trucking. I tried to get Marty in on it too.
Excuse me, I had to get a sip of water.
That's a given.
I'm doing a little bit too much talking. But
our attention is now on Noodles.
And it's just crazy how, I felt like that she was portraying like she knew what my moves were.
I hope he enjoys the attention he's getting. I really hope he enjoys the attention he's getting before he's thrown in a jail cell.
Like she knew what I was doing, or she knew my thoughts. Nobody knows what I'm doing or my thoughts. I already looked at the stream, and even when she was told that I was on Russ's channel, she was like, "Nah, Love and Happiness wasn't on there."
That's bad attention.
And it's like, how are you so quick to say that somebody didn't go somewhere and you didn't even do your research? So you're so quickly to lie about something before you even say, "Oh, well, I don't know if she did or not." Like, you're making it seem like that I had a personal conversation with you, and I'm letting you know, like, yeah, I'm gonna go on this person's channel, or yeah, I'm gonna do this, and no, I ain't gonna do this. Nah. After I sent that message, that apology, I deleted my account. I didn't delete it. Let me correct myself. I blocked her, and I deleted the conversation that we had. And that was that.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just looking like, this is the crazy stuff that's like really pissing me off. And, let's go back to the stream. So I'm looking like, I'm laughing like, you guys are hilarious. I was like, it took a whole 6 hours
in the link
to talk about your feelings I mean, mind you, I'm a woman myself. And yes, we are emotional creatures. And it's like, wow,
yes,
that was all up in your feelings. I'm like, I can't. And I did watch the whole 6 hours. And I'm looking like, it's hilarious to me. So I'm looking like, I said, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this right. I'm going to come in here with receipts because it's the only way to do it. Right. So I was like, yo, what's up with Sarah, though? I was like, why is it she's talking about how GP talks about what you're going to do with this? What would you do with this? I'm looking like, boo. Did you not see or did you not know? And this is the shit that gets me. You guys are so wishy-washy, so flip-floppy. I'm looking like, what the heck? I'm looking like, and let's just read through it. Wait, what day was this? This was July 23rd. So it says not live streaming. Just wanted to go over some things with you because I'm going to set streams with us.
Oh yeah,
that's cool. Yeah,
predators definitely do flock together, so I can see why.
I'm at the beach now. I'm gonna wear my kids out with the pool. So what do you have in mind? I'm going to smoke. You come into the room before I leave. Love just left.
Yes, I said that, Noodles.
Sure, I can talk.
You don't like it? Tough shit.
Okay, waiting for you. But wait, there's more. There's plenty more. Because I'm looking like y'all trying to act like that he's up here hitting on y'all and, he, like, come on.
No kidding. Even Michelle Marie Delaney is sympathetic to it as well. Uh-huh.
Okay. Let me just go down. Because they're just trying to figure out what happened. All right. Okay, so he's saying, okay, we could talk later, cool, if you can't come back in the room. That's GP talking. And all right, so
Sarah Locklear.
This is GP saying, okay, well, listen, I have no problem.
Listen, I have no problem showing you I'm black. I'll stay in the room for a little more if you're coming back.
Showing you I'm black. I'll stay in the room for a little longer if you want to come back. You don't look like your voice at all. Lord.
Oh, you don't look like your voice at all. Lord, your wife. I'm lucky, but then again, I'm scared to try to be with a man that served because my mama was beat 7 years of her life. What the fuck? No comment. I don't go to none of those places to take part just to troll them, but they block, so who cares? They're all going down anyhow. Yeah, they are.
Oh, your wife. I lucky, but then again, I'm scared to try to be with a man that served because my mama was beaten 7 years of her life.
Be right back. Yeah, check Anderson's playlist when you get a chance.
And he said, I'm sorry to hear that, but I want to show you I'm not fat or white. I'm actually muscular. Yep, I'm a bitch because she told me to never, ever let a man beat on me, and she made me promise.
Wow. Wow. Like his last 2 or 3?
Let's see here.
But I wanted to show you I'm not ugly.
Yeah, so GB's like, yeah, so I want to show you I'm not ugly or fat. 100%.
Yes, you don't look nothing the way you sound. So now I was already walking and saying GP is a black dude, but now I'll scream it anytime somebody talks about you wrong.
You should say yes. You don't look nothing the way you sound. So now I was already walking and saying GP is a black dude, but now I'm screaming it anytime somebody talks.
What is going on? No, you're fine, and you know you're a fine, sexy gentleman. What the fuck is happening here? Sarah, what are you doing?
About you wrong, laughing my ass off.
John
no, you're fine.
Mostly, so
and
you they're both still colluding.
No, you're fine, and you know you're fine, sexy gentleman.
I do have that data, Russ. Okay.
And he says, "Thank you."
Oh my.
All right, so it says here, I just didn't think you ate pit bulls for breakfast. That's all. What you mean? Dude, Jack like hell. Might be good. You is married.
That's one line I don't cross.
And he's laughing like, okay, ha 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 ha, whatever. I ain't going to the gym to look like you. I just want my body I had before little monster came along. I never an ass, but hip and thins. Whatever.
What body?
And it keeps going.
What body did you have?
And he said, I didn't either. But if I was single, you mean since you are married, I can't do that to another. That shit cut deep. If you were single, I'd be sending my address so you can.
What is this, Sarah? What are you? Wow, Sarah's racist. Sarah Locklear is racist. Look at this shit. Wow. I ain't surprised at all.
Okay. You see it. And he's just laughing. You know, ha 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 ha. And I'm looking like, okay. I knew there was another one I can't find, but I'm looking like, but
hell, you might need to hook me up with one of your friends because damn, I know they would be a good dude. I just know single men don't try to be with a single mother, and I understand it all. Well, there are a lot of dudes that don't want to deal with that burden. That's why there are guys that just will outright not date women who have kids already. And it's nothing personal towards them. They just feel like not taking care of a child that is not actually theirs. You know?
She says, hell, you might need to hook me up with.
I personally would never date a woman with kids myself. That's just me. I am one of the men that honestly does not want to deal with a burden like that. No offense.
With one of your friends because damn, I know they would be a good dude. I just know single men don't try to be with single mothers, and I understand it all. So I mean, does this even look like a man that was trying to hit on her? Tell someone, what would you do with this? Where I'm trying to find where is this at? And he said, I got you. What's your type? Boy. I have plenty of friends. Yo, I'll hook you up, boo. What you looking for? And it says, do me.
Oh shit, GP's playing matchmaker. Oh, I love it. I love this. do me a favor and tell Hussey to check his DMs. And aren't you on Discord? Hussey's on Bridget's channel. Tell him it's important. Don't tell him it's for me.
Favor, tell Hussey to check his DMs. Aren't you on Discord?
Hey, Bridget hates me.
Hussey on Bridget channel telling him important. Don't tell him it's for me. Bridget hates me.
I'm dead ass serious too, because I trust your outlook on life, and really truly a thug and OG. Yes, I love them bad boys. Let me put it to you like this. If something was to ever happen, he can be the man I need with a few guns in the back and we go deal with a motherfucker. I'm a wild bitch now.
I'm dead ass serious too, because I trust your outlook on life and really true a thug and OG. Yes, I love them bad boys. Let me put it to you like this. If something was ever to happen, he could be the man I need with a few guns in the back, and he got dealt with an M. What's that? I don't know. Fucking emojis.
Mofo.
I'm a wild bitch now. Yeah, I got you. So does this even sound like a man?
Mofo. It's another way of saying motherfucker. I've used that phrase myself.
And it's like, oh yeah, he was hitting on me. He wanted to know, what would you do with this? Nah, y'all had a whole blown ass conversation on, yeah, I could hook you up with one of my boys. I'm looking like, this is the fuckery that I'm talking about. It's like, I don't do shit like this, but I'm looking like I'm over it. I don't give two fucks right now. I really don't. And I'm not even going to mention this person name, because there was another person. I'm not even going to expose that one, because this one be really messy. And if this person's listening, they know exactly who they are. But why would you DM somebody talking about how much, how you're having sex with this person and that person? Like, what? Now, females, check it for real.
Yeah. Why DM somebody that? Nobody wants to hear about that. If you want to take the risk of upsetting people by telling people about your sexual escapades, then go ahead. But for the most part, keep that to yourself. Okay, we got Lil Boots. Sarah said clearly that GP said that to her on a voice call. This whole DM drop Love is doing is deflection from that fact. Oh, really, Lil Boots?
If you a female and you talking to some other dude and you're letting him know, like, yeah, I had this dude lay it down, First of all, no man want to hear that.
Yeah.
Secondly, I'm looking like, what is your mind thinking? Like, are you thinking like you're gonna tell him this and he's gonna want to be with you? Like, come on. He was like, yo.
Are you thinking that you're gonna tell Russ this and he's gonna want to be with you? Girl, come on. Sorry. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Couldn't help it. Could not help it.
Yo, you crazy, yo. Like, why are you even telling them that? I'm looking like that right there is just crazy in itself. And my thing, so let me just bring this back. Right? So
yes,
in the beginning
now, y'all.
Since I'm putting it all out there. I'm looking like, hey, I really don't have nothing to lose. So in the beginning, yeah, I went in there and I blocked MCM, right? And the funny thing is, yeah, I did block her, but I never deleted nothing. So I'm looking like, this is how I know y'all be doing some shady shit and trying to put it on people. So I'm looking like, I don't know who did it. And honestly, I really think that this is just me spectating. I really think Little Boots did it. I really do. Because I saw how they were interacting and I was fucking like, oh, she got problems. She want problems. I got problems. So I was like, okay.
Little Boots, why does she think that you did it?
So I did that to see, if anything would pop off, whatever. I'm looking like, wow. I said I did that, and she went on a whole campaign, and I was looking like, wow. It's so simple how I played everybody so quickly. I'm looking like, this is ridiculous. Like, to me, it was too simple, and I'm looking like, okay. So I did that. She played in my hand. And the crazy thing about it is you sitting there defending MCM. You don't even care about her. I was like, and that's the thing that gets me. I was like, you had so much anger towards GP because you had a problem with him that you putting all your anger into that bucket and don't even care about MCM. Ask me this. Where's she now? I know y'all booted her. Guess y'all ain't care that much about her. Is that what y'all do? Just boot people left and right if they don't fall in line with how you guys feel things should feel? I'm looking like that's it's just funny, because I'm looking like y'all truly played to my tune, and I'm looking like it was.
No one's angry. Yeah, no one is.
To me, it was beautiful work.
We don't got nothing to be angry about.
But it's like, I understand that MCM did some shit. And yeah, she probably deserved to be booted because she was pitting you guys against the two communities. Okay. Yeah, she did her stuff. And that's what it is.
Oh, indeed she did.
But I'm just like, y'all just did a whole bunch of fuck shit. And I was like, and this is the thing though. And this is pertaining to, I'm about to wrap it up, but this is pertaining to me and my character. And it's like, my thing was this, is y'all up here telling me something, oh, well, that's probably GP, grifting or whatever. Oh, love and happiness ain't real. Oh, that must be AI. I'm looking like, let me tell you something. When me and GP did that stream, and I went off on DC when she was talking about Belinda and the miscarriage.
Rain.
I wasn't AI then. I'm looking like, dang, y'all should have known. I had a little bit of temper.
Had beef with Jill.
But I'm looking like, it's crazy. Y'all just sat here and played around. And I'm sorry. I'm looking like I couldn't do it. And this is exactly why I was telling
that was a joke.
GP, I can't do this no more.
Take one.
I was like, these people, they play around too much, they lie too much. I can't get with it. Because I already know I was gonna start showing I was gonna start showing y'all some attitudes. And it's like, it's honestly, this whole thing was dumb. And that's the thing. Y'all went off on a tangent on some dumb stuff. I'm looking like, wow, ridiculous. I what can I say? What else can I say? And that's it, really. I'm looking like, I told y'all what it is. I told y'all what I did, how I did it. And honestly, I don't feel bad because I exposed all y'all for the liars that you are. And what really pissed me off is that he was down for all y'all. He spoke highly about all y'all. And y'all was so quick to drop him. Ain't that something? I'm out.
Yeah. All right. If it's so dumb, why are you addressing it, love? I thought she retired from the internet. Where? She never showed what Jill lied about? I don't know. I don't know what's going on, Low Boots. But that's pretty much the end of that. So the owner Why are you even here, Low Boots, after all the shit you said about YTR and AJ? Oh, we're gonna have World War III in the chat now. But I'm gonna put on something that I think is really funny. This is an argument. And this is some real funny shit. This is an argument between Michael Francis and Sammy the Bull Gravano, who are both former mobsters. Michael Francis was a capo regime in the Colombo crime family, and Sammy was the underboss of the Gambino crime family. And they had a huge blowout over leaving the mafia. This is the best.
Okay. Let me tell you this. Let me make this very clear. I didn't betray you. I had no betray you. I still don't even understand what you're so upset about. But whatever you got upset, and what I did afterwards to not make you upset for whatever reason you had, I took that little 10-second spot out of the video. That's number one. Number two, when it comes to the witness protection program, I'm sorry, Sammy. I have my thoughts on it. I've been to trial 5 times. I saw my father go to trial 4 times. I've seen guys lie and manipulate that program to stay out of prison. I'm not accusing you or anybody else. I'm accusing the people that I witnessed, that I saw it happen, and I'll take that to my grave. A lot of guys use the program to manipulate the government. It's easy to do. They come up with bullshit stories to put somebody in jail that has a bigger name than them. And that happens all the time. And you're smart enough on the street to know that that's the truth. And that's what I said. As far as John Gotti with his Witsec Mafia, all I said was he's coming out with a show. It's called Witsec Mafia. That's it.
You didn't just say that.
No. Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. Let me quote what you said.
Let me finish. Let me respond to you.
Go ahead.
The video is up there. Anybody can see it. The only part that was edited was the 10 seconds that I had about you. And all I said was Sammy was in the program. I didn't say anything else about it. So I didn't betray you, nor did I.
Let me explain. All right, I got your point. Let me explain now what you did.
You got to let me finish. I let you finish.
Finish. What are you going to
say? So again, yeah, going back to what you said, I thought things went kind of well. We had our differences. We still have our differences about it.
To answer your question at the owner, I'm here to laugh at that ridiculous love video again. What shit did I say? Sorry, didn't know this was their channel. Yeah, the owner, this is my channel. You're in my neck of the woods. So behave. You ridiculous liar. What is she lying about? I don't know, Travis. The owner's saying that Lil Boots is lying about AJ and YTR. About what? Like, how is she lying? What lies did she tell?
Maybe we straightened it out. Obviously, maybe we didn't. You still have something in your mind. As far as a prayer that I sent to you, let me explain that. We were in church. My wife sat next to me. Okay, the pastor said, pray for somebody that you think needs prayer today, that needs to come to the Lord. My wife turned to me and said, let's pray for Sammy. And so we prayed for you, and I sent you that. It had nothing to do with that video because, Sammy, contrary to what you believe, I don't need to soften you up for anything. That was just ridiculous what you said. It made no sense whatsoever.
All right,
if you don't,
you're done. You're going to talk for fucking 3 hours.
Yeah, 1 second. If you don't accept my faith, that's up to you. I've heard that for 20 years, and it doesn't bother me.
Nothing you say. I don't accept nothing you say. The problem is with some of the things. I'll start with what you just said. What your father said. You said to me on the thing.
The owner. Russ, I'm disappointed in you. YTR and AJ are your friends. Why is Lil Boots in here? The owner, stop. Okay? She can come in my chat if she wants to.
When you cooperated against Nabi Walters, that your father and Carmine Persico agreed with it.
No, I didn't say that. No, don't put words in my mouth. What I said was very, very simple and the truth. And this is a matter of record. So everybody can BS about this whole Norby Walters things. It's a matter of record. What I said was I knew exactly what I was doing. At the end of the day, Norby Walters wasn't going to do.
Okay. I got to go to work. Have a good day, Russ and chat, but not the owner. You have a bad day. Okay, Low Boots. Thank you for coming.
1 minute in jail, and he never did. And neither did anybody else. I talked to the government.
All right. You made your point.
Nobody did.
Don't go into a tantrum.
No. I
made
have
your
to
point.
because you've accused me of this.
No, I'll accuse you further.
Don't
make your fucking point.
It's all
You
BS.
made your point. You made your point. Now, Nobby Walters, I've got a lot of information with that. And a lot of friends involved.
Sammy, put it out there.
Well, I'm going to put it out.
Put it
I'm going
out.
to tell you right now, right to your fucking face. I'm going to tell you.
Go ahead.
Nobby Walters, you testified against him. He got convicted.
Norby Walters didn't do it. Listen to me.
It has nothing to do with you, how much time he did. A judge in the case made a mistake.
Why do you feel a need to cover for yourself, okay, by saying what I did? Why?
I'm not covering for myself.
Yes, you are.
No, I never did.
Yes, you are. You want to make a big deal out of Norby Walters?
Oh,
let's make a big
Big
deal
deal.
out
You
of what you
cooperated
did.
against the fucking guy.
You want to make
He's
a big deal out of what
friend.
you did.
You say he's a family
Don't
friend.
go there,
He
Sammy.
was with your fucking
You have a
father
leg.
forever.
You don't have a leg to stand on when it comes to that.
If you
Don't
shut
accuse
your
me of
fucking mouth,
Norby Walters.
try to stop covering for yourself. Shut your
I'm
fucking
not
mouth.
covering.
And listen
It's
to the
public
answer.
record. There's nothing to
Yeah, I
cover.
got some of
It's
that
out
public
there.
record. I got some of that.
What I said very simply, and I said it 1,000 times, and I'll say it again. Nobody went to jail because of anything I ever said to the government.
All right.
Bottom line,
All right.
period. And if you
made that,
know anything,
all right, you made that point.
if you know
You made
anything
that point.
different, bring it
That's
out.
the
there.
end. You
Stop
made your
threatening.
point. You
Bring
made
it
your
out
point.
because it
made your
doesn't
point.
exist.
So you want to just
It
keep
doesn't
bullshit.
exist. What?
You made that point.
So
Now,
then what are you talking
Nobby
about?
Walters got
What are you bringing
convicted.
it up for?
Are
What are you bringing it up for?
What am I bringing it up?
Sounds like
Why would you put
rap
my
court a
fucking
little.
name in with John Gotti Jr. and that fucking tape about people who cooperated?
Watch the damn thing.
I
didn't
did
do
watch the
anything wrong
fucking
about
thing.
it.
3
I
times
didn't
I
do
watched
anything
it.
wrong, and there was
You put
no
my name in it.
intent.
You put my name in it.
Well, you know what? If I said to you, I was man enough to say to you, if I put your name in it and it offended you, I apologize to you. You can't accept it because there was no intent wrong on that whatsoever.
May I make one question? So, Michael, you've addressed your side of it. Sammy, what's your biggest challenge with that? What was it that upset you the most about what was said? I mean, he mentioned the name.
First of all, he likes to work with innuendos. The innuendo is that people who get convicted should never be released because they cooperated. That's the first fucking innuendo. Then he says, the proof is in the pudding that when they get released, they recommit. Now, I cooperated. 1. 2, I did recommit. So when you put me with those group of guys, even though he only talked about me for a second or 2 or 10 seconds and say it's Sammy, he put me in that group. So the innuendo, I got 30, 40, 50 people who were friends of mine who called me or texted me or sent messages. Why are you letting this fucking bum talk about you like that? When he cooperated.
What do you mean, why are you letting him? What are you gonna do? What do they mean? Why are you letting him?
Because I don't talk the facts about you. That's why.
Sammy,
if you want to talk about facts, we could let out the facts. I mean, if you were sitting in person, I would show you why you can't. But if you want to let me
stop.
Yeah, stop my fucking ass. Don't tell me stop.
No, I'll tell you
my
stop.
fucking ass.
Stop. Okay, we don't need to go there. We're not
You
back
go
in
wherever
the
you
day.
want. It doesn't
We don't
matter
got
to
guns
me.
in our hands, so
Doesn't
stop.
matter to
What
me
are you
where we
talking
go.
about?
I don't care where we go.
Don't
Wherever
matter
you
to
want to
him
go,
where
we go.
go.
But if you want to put out things like that and make an innuendo that
There
I'm
was
one of
no
those fucking
innuendo.
guys who
There
should
was
have never
no,
got out.
I'm telling you to your face, there was no innuendo. You took it that way. I don't know what's in your brain or what's in your head. There
Why
was
is it
no
bothering
ill
you that I'm
intent on
talking
my
about
part
Nobby
whatsoever.
Walters and that you testified? Why does that bother you?
It doesn't bother me. I've said it
Well,
a
then let's
thousand
talk
times.
about
I
it.
wonder if he's a fan
I'll
of
tell you about.
the
I can
truth.
tell you about the case.
Just tell the truth. That's
No,
all.
you don't know the fucking truth.
I know
yeah.
the truth, Sammy.
No,
I
no,
say
you
it all
know
the
the truth.
time.
You don't have a fucking clue what it is to tell the truth.
Travis Michael Francis is really good. His podcast is amazing. And the same goes for Sammy. They both have very, very good podcasts.
Whether it's Christianity or what it is.
Sammy, you're talking to me. Stop the baloney, okay? You don't want to go there either.
Stop the
Let's
baloney.
talk about the truth. Don't think that you're the guardian of the truth here, okay?
One thing I do, I don't buckle from the truth. I tell the truth. Whatever it is. I don't
And
talk
so do
about
I, Sammy. So do I. I got nothing to hide. Not
But
a
then what are you
thing.
bothered about it with Nobby Walters? Why are you bothered? You told the people on
Sammy,
the program.
Sammy.
I watched it, and I watched that episode where you said,
Watch it again.
I will. I did.
Whatever I said there, I'm saying right now. Okay?
You never
I have nothing to hide
cooperated
with
with the
Nobby
government.
Walters. I
Let me
have
ask you another
zero to
question.
hide.
Right
You
after
all
the
you
Nobby
guys
talk,
know. You want to know something? You want to stand on Nobby Walters to make yourself feel better.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Nobby
I
Walters
don't give a
baloney.
fuck about Nobby Walters. I don't even know him.
Then what are you bringing
ever
it
hear
up
the
for?
quote, "Stop
Because
the
you
bologna and
testified. You
sausage,"
said I
or it's
never
a bunch of
testified.
bologna and
I never put
sausage?
anybody away. That's all
Exactly.
No,
bullshit.
actually, Travis.
No,
He
it
went
ain't
away. He
bullshit.
got convicted.
It's not bull. It's the truth, Sammy.
No,
Don't
he
try
got
to inject
convicted.
your own
Look at
truth.
your own truth.
It's the
Look at your
absolute truth. I'll say it again. I've said it 1,000 times, and you bring proof different. Stop talking.
I
and
will.
bring-
I'll put out a
Nobody,
video for
listen to me.
I'll put out a
Nobody
video for
ever
you.
went to jail because of anything I ever told the government. Can you say the same, Sammy? No.
No.
So don't give me
I
your
don't
BS.
try to say the same.
So
I don't try to cover. I don't
I'm
try
not
to lie.
covering.
I
I just told
cooperated.
you something. No, I'll challenge you. You tell me who I put in prison. Nobody.
I just
Sammy.
told you,
Nobody.
boyfriend, you have no fucking ammunition to put anybody in prison
Oh,
anyway.
give me- yeah,
You
right.
never broke a fucking egg.
Yeah,
They
right.
they didn't give a fuck about
Yeah,
you.
here you go again, trying to tell everybody you know everything. You don't know a damn thing about me, my life, or my family. Stop the baloney.
I never did. I was on the fucking street. Who the fuck knew who you are? You were nothing to me.
Really?
Your father
I
had a
didn't know
name.
you- Hey, I
Your
didn't know
father
you
had a
either,
fucking
Sammy.
name. You
I
didn't have
know
no
you
name.
Oh,
either.
yeah.
You lived off your
I
father's
didn't know. And
reputation.
where did you live off of?
Myself.
Who were you until?
I didn't
Yeah,
have
right?
a father in the life. I had nobody in the life.
Stop.
I lived off
Sammy,
of myself.
Stop the baloney, huh? Who the hell knew you either?
Again, stop the baloney. Who the fuck in the mob says stop the baloney? What kind of statement is that?
Oh, now you want to act like a clown? What do you mean? Or stop the baloney?
I'm gonna act
never
like a
heard
clown.
that?
Stop the fucking baloney.
You never
No,
heard that?
I heard it from people who graduated from Harvard. Stop the
Oh,
baloney.
graduated. Yeah,
I never heard
graduated
that on
from
the
Harvard.
street. No.
I graduated from
Sammy,
Harvard.
Michael.
This is Jim Riley, isn't it? This sounds like Riley the roofer. Versus the Rappaport guy. No, this is from Valuetainment.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
wherever
tell
the
you
fuck you
something.
graduated,
You
I
got
don't
the
know.
nerve. Let me tell you something. Who had more damn respect on the street than my father? And you got the nerve.
Stop using your father.
I don't
Stop
use
it.
my father. I made my
Stop
own
it.
Oh,
name.
here's
You
GP.
stop using Gotti. I made my
Hey, what's up, Russ? What's going on? GP, I just took a look at the stream. Loved it on your channel earlier. Very good. And now I'm watching this. It's two former members of the Mafia going at it.
my own name. Who the hell knew you until this whole thing happened with Gotti?
My friend.
give
Gotti
me
came
your
to
baloney.
me for fucking help. He was finished. He came to me and Frankie and Chico.
Sammy, you can BS everybody on YouTube. You're not
No.
BS.
No.
You're not
There's
BSing me.
agency with me. There's fucking government. There's state. There's people in the street who know it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
It's a good story, Sammy. It's
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
story
It's
for
all made
everybody
up.
on YouTube.
it's all made up.
It's a story for everybody on YouTube.
You mind if I come up and talk about it? Yes, GP, you can come up.
Sammy.
No, see, here's your innuendos. When you talk,
No
you say,
innuendo.
you know,
I'm trying-
everybody
I'm
who's in the
answering you.
street has
I'm
to
answering
make their
you
bones.
straight. No innuendo, Sammy. I'm answering you straight out. Okay?
You ain't answering me straight out about what?
About whatever you want. Anything you want.
You just said I got nothing to do with the fucking thing with
This world is so mafia to me. Every time I hear that grating NY accent, not many with that accent seem to keep their mafia ties to themselves. Oh yeah. Yeah, there were a lot of things that happened in New York with the mafia. In other cities they do. Okay. Out there. Yeah, I've always been interested in, because I am Italian. So I've always been interested in what's happened with the mafia, all the made men and everything like that, especially because I watched Sopranos, I watched Goodfellas, I watched all those types of mob movies. It's always been interesting to me. I've always wanted to learn more about that lifestyle and about how the mob operated during those times.
John Gotti.
Sammy.
Who the fuck needed John Gotti? John Gotti actually destroyed my fucking life and a lot of other people's lives. I needed him like I needed a fucking 38 in the head.
Yeah, John Gotti's a good scapegoat for everybody. I know. Because
no, he's not a scapegoat. It's what he did.
Please. Huh?
You can't.
Oh, you don't have to be Italian to be into it, though. Yeah, I know, but still. Hispanics, many love it. Blacks, they all idolize Tony Montana. Yeah. But what I meant by that was a lot of made men in the mafia, they tend to be of Italian descent. Some of them do. So that's why I brought that up. But yeah, I know you don't have to be Italian to be into it.
You can't get away from what you did in history. You can't get away. Just like you can't get away. You got your father's name, period.
Yeah? Let me tell you something, Sammy. What I did on the street, I did.
An Arab or Indian wear
BS.
What did you do? Say it. Say what the fuck you did. What'd you do?
What did you do?
I did a lot. It's all over the fucking
What did you do? What did you do, Sammy?
I'm involved in 19
What did you do?
Three fucking mafia wars.
That's your badge of honor. Your badge of honor. You killed 19. You put a gun in the fucking back of 19 guys. That's your badge of honor.
No, I didn't shoot 19 guys. I'm involved in 19 murders.
Good for you, Sammy.
Yeah. I'm involved in 3 mafia wars. What did I do? I ran the construction business with unions. What'd you do with the fucking phony bullshit with the gas and taking down performers? What's your father's name?
Phony?
Yeah, phony.
Get it, Sammy.
You fucking you didn't even try to shake down Michael Jackson. It didn't work.
Oh yeah.
Well, Sammy, you know what? Stop you now. You're talking like a clown right now.
So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast,
maybe because
click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Some of us Italians are Arab and Indian too, especially those who don't admit to it or take pride in it. Okay. There's a video that okay, Mob Story Monday. He talks about the beef they had. So let's see what that is.
I got a little bit irritated by it. I understand it now. And when we finally got to this Mafia States of America Q&A that Patrick Bet-David held, well, it got contentious between the two of us. Some things were said that I regret that were said. I'm both of them. Hey everyone, welcome to another Sit Down with Michael Francis. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope you got past Thanksgiving. Everybody celebrated, had a great time, a day of thanks and turkey and good food and family and friends. Hope you got through it well and everybody enjoyed it. And we're into the holiday season, so get ready. Christmas, New Year's. I think everybody's looking forward to 2022.
Italy hasn't even been around 200 years.
Somewhat of a recovery, but a rough year in many other ways. But 2022, let's see what God has in store for all of us. I'm looking forward to it, that's for sure. What am I going to do today? You know what? I have to address what has become the elephant in the room over the past several days. Many of you know what I'm talking about, that kind of confrontational, sit down I had with Sammy Gravano, Sammy the Bull, Mafia States of America. It was on Patrick Bet-David, Valuetainment's platform. We got together last week and it got a little bit contentious. We spoke about it a little bit afterwards. I did a Q&A on my platform, tried to explain some of the things that were going on, but I think I owe it to my subscribers, my followers, people that tune in to give you a little better explanation as to what really happened. Let's get into today's discussion. Last week, Mafia States of America, Sammy and I got together. It really was to promote the project that is coming out on December 3rd. I'm going to get to that, but let's talk about what happened. It got very contentious, and before I get into it, I want to apologize. I think many of you know me now. Rarely do I lose my cool. It's just not who I am. But I did somewhat in this kind of confrontation that Sammy and I had. And I apologize for that. I don't think it's the right way to conduct yourself online. I don't curse. I don't use profanity. I think I did a little bit, maybe once. I didn't look at the whole thing again, but people have been calling me on it, saying, Michael, I'm surprised you never. I know that. And again, I apologize. There's really no excuse for it. Shouldn't have done it. But hey, it is what it is. We're all human.
If I don't cook Italian food, okay. My natural cooking is more rices with chicken, other meat, very similar to biryani. Okay.
Sometimes our emotions get the best of us, especially during this time. For those of you that know me, we've had a little struggle in the family in the past couple of weeks. So I've been, a little bit, high intensity, I would say. Let me tell you what happened, though, that brought this about. I think about a week ago, I did a YouTube presentation on the Witness Protection Program. And in it, I talked about how sometimes mob guys on the street, informants, manipulate the program for their own benefit. And I went into detail about it. I'm not going to do it again. You can watch it. It's online now. It's posted. And during that segment, I mentioned Sammy's name. I said Sammy Gravano was part of the WITSEC program. I probably mentioned him for about 10 seconds. I didn't say anything else negative about him at all, okay, because that wasn't my intent. I wasn't looking to hurt him in any way, shape, or form. Sammy got very offended by the fact that I even mentioned him in connection with the WITSEC program when I was talking about people that manipulated the program. Again, I didn't include Sammy in that. I just mentioned him. But I talked about others, and I talked about the program in general and how mob guys and informants manipulate the program to benefit themselves. They manipulate the government. And I believe that until this day, and I gave examples of that. But I did not include Sammy in that discussion. I just did mention that he was.
Family cookouts. The chicken made had similarities to that charred chicken, sometimes juicy, sometimes not, but blackened, similar to tandoori. Oh, wow. Nice, Travis.
In the Witness Protection Program. It's a matter of record. Sammy got very offended by that. He sent me a text, and he was just very, very upset with me. I texted him back. I said, Sammy, there was no ill intent. I didn't mean to do that. I'll take it down. I had my team go back and look at it. It was less than 10 seconds. We took it down, and I did apologize to him. On top of that, on a Sunday after this video was posted, I was in church. And the pastor in church said, to me and my family, to everybody, the whole congregation, listen, if you know somebody that's not saved according to the Christian faith, pray for them right now. And we prayed for Sammy Gravano. My whole family said, let's pray for Sammy. My wife suggested it. So we prayed for Sammy.
He didn't like it.
I texted him and said, Sammy, we prayed for you. I told him what the pastor asked us to do. And I said, we sent you a prayer. And somehow Sammy thought that I sent him that to kind of soften it up, that I would mention him in the WITSEC segment. Didn't even have that in my mind. But now let me say this. In Sammy's defense,
some similarities.
When I reflected on it, I said, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have included him in that post. I shouldn't have, because by inference, I would say it might have looked like I was including Sammy in manipulating the government in some way. So I understand now how he got upset. And that's why I apologized and I took it down. But, Sammy is Sammy, and he's emotional and he's intense. And, he accused me of, softening him up.
And the thing that bothered me the most was that him and his wife and kids are in church and they're praying for me.
That's all right.
He had a catastrophe happen a week or two before with a young boy. It's not his fault. He could pray for him. Why do you want to pray for me? I'm not sick. I'm not dead. I'm not in jail. Why would you want to pray for me? So I took that little prayer you sent me as he's trying to soften me up from this video. He knew I would explode at that video because we're supposed to, at this point, be getting along.
It wasn't really well intended when I sent him the text about my faith. Okay, I understand that now. I got a little bit irritated by it. I understand it now. And when we finally got to this Mafia States of America Q&A that Patrick Bet-David held, well, it got contentious between the two of us. Some things were said that I regret that were said on both of our parts. Again, I think we straightened it out. Sammy and I have spoken afterwards. And I will tell you this. Sammy and I were not friends on the street. We didn't know each other well. Obviously, I knew of him and he knew of me, I'm sure, because I'm a Francis. Everybody knew that name. So we knew of each other. We were not friends on the street. We're different. We have different personalities. There's differences in us. I'm not going to get into what was discussed other than the fact that it did get contentious.
Here's GP. Hello, GP.
Hey, good morning, Russ. How you doing?
Good. So what's going on with Love?
I'm being honest with you. I don't even know. Hey, buddy. Come on, puppy. I don't even know. That's me being real. I don't know. People probably say that I probably have something to do with, people gonna say whatever, but I don't even know. Me and her got to a bad argument the other day. And I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got to a bad argument. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. After that apology thing she sent me and all that, me and her got into it real bad. So I was showing her through the DMs, like, yo, listen, this is what you did. Look at this. And she was like, oh my God, I didn't believe it. So yeah, I showed her all the DMs between me and everybody who, accused me of some bullshit or whatever. It is what it is, Russ. And I guess she got upset because she still got all the passwords to the channel, which I left and I should have changed it, but I didn't change the passwords or nothing. So she's able to create a live stream and do whatever she wants herself. Like, it's not even on the StreamYards we shared. It's not even on that StreamYards. Because yesterday, I think you hit AJ up and AJ hit me up. She was like, oh, you going live? I said, live? I was confused. Because last night I went to see Pet Patrol with my family. So I'm like, what the live?
Yeah, I had her on and she basically bursted into tears and apologized to me for everything that she did to me, which
Who, AJ?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm at the point right now. All of this is just so stupid and childish. I don't even care to speak upon none of this no more because there's no facts. It's just hearsay and it's just childish. I feel like I'm back in high school with all this BS and childish nature.
Yeah.
Like I want to get back to talking about negs. Like that's like he is the originator of all of this. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
yes, he is.
I just want to get back to that. I hear people mentioning me like, "Oh, you would have still been with Tragic if if you would have told him about Bridget and stuff." Listen, I never listen. One thing about me, I always call it what it is. If I would have been told, if I told him about Bridget and all that and nothing would never happen, I don't know. But I do know at a point we conflicted because my whole channel is about Next almost, Next in DC. So I, I couldn't let go of that. So eventually something would have, we would have had to bump heads. And I'm like, yo, listen, only thing I could do is just, Russ, I don't know about you, but only thing I could do is just shake my head to all this. To shake my head to all this. This is like so ridiculous to me. So ridiculous. It went from something so meaningful as her doing, love doing something into now this whole explosion of GP this, GP that, which is cool. This is the internet. This is social media. That's how it goes. You know, I have
Yep.
tragic on one side saying, putting up a pictures of a guy that's successful and telling me that, hey, look at this. This is you. You have called me a offender. And then on the other side now I got a bunch of, angry women that not a bunch, a few angry women that's telling me saying good morning saying good morning or good afternoon or good evening is creepy. How many times did I say that to you, Russ? Don't I always say that to you before I start texting or messaging you? What do I say to you, Russ?
I mean, you usually just ask me how I'm doing. That's it.
Yeah. I don't say good morning or good afternoon, Russ, how you doing? Like that's just who I am as a person. And I do that to everybody I talk to, everybody I DM. It's just who I am. I was raised to have manners. To hey, before you start into your bullshit, give a person a proper greeting. Or greet somebody every morning. That's just the type of person I am. And I do that to everybody. It don't change. So for them to use a person just being, gracious and manners against me, it is what it is. It is what it is. But that's all I want. I want to just watch me personally. Whatever love did. I was gonna private it, Russ. I really was. I was like, I'm gonna private this shit. But then I was like, fuck it. That's who she is. Let her get it out. And I just let her get it out. Let her
Yeah.
get it out. Let it, fuck it. I just left it. You know? If you still feel anything about it, then cool. Feel that way. Oh, GP, you did this, and it's cool. I have sat back and I have accepted that people just don't like you, and that's what it is. You know, I'm happy. I'm taking this as a blessing in disguise because it shows me who really never liked me in the beginning. I don't care if the person said, "Oh, you said you hate me." At least I stated it. At least I wasn't, you know, coming behind your back and acting like we cool. No, I always said people told me not to trust this and this about you. You get what I'm saying, Russ?
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe, and I just, it kind of hurts because love showed those receipts, and I was like, you don't have to show the receipts if you don't want to, because if anything, I could put it out there myself. She did it before I put it out there. But
Yeah.
I think it was like I think she just need to go get help. And I told her that, I was like, your anger issues, you just need to go get help, girl. And in the in a dime she would flip, and she been like that for a long time since I know her. Like, when she get angry or when she get bothered, she flips in a dime and she do a bunch of bullshit like this. And, unfortunately, I'm happy that it was against a bunch of strangers instead of actual people me and her know we in the same circle that she pulled that move on. That would have been more critical than just a bunch of strangers that talking shit about a person that probably they never see a day in their life, you know?
Uh-huh.
So I don't know, man. What did you think about it?
I think that well, for one, I thought the whole entire thing with Sarah Locklear asking you to hook her up with one of your friends was funny as fuck.
You know what's so crazy? Like, I actually was gonna do that. Like, I have no problem. I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of homeboys, all up on the East Coast too. And so, in the West, I have a lot of homeboys that, let's say if I drop in your town, I might know a few people and I might go chill with them a little bit. But I don't know. I don't know. I went from wanting Sarah to hooking up with one of my friends. That's a hell of a thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I went from wanting to fuck you, now I'm gonna hook you up with one of my friends. Okay. Now, I mean, however that goes, however people figure that, people, tie that in together, cool. I'm just done with it. I'm done with it. When I come back, I'm not even going to acknowledge this no more. I didn't even want to put knowledge that I thought, be honest, I thought you was done with it too. I was going to just, I was just going to review Negs and rock out with that. Because Negs has been going crazy. He has. The man has been going
Yeah.
literally crazy.
He thinks he made Anna Nicole delete her channel.
Well, it's no love lost there. I don't have no, I have no care in the world for Anna Nicole. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, yeah.
Her
All the
channel
shit.
is back
Hmm?
up though.
Mm. Well, I know one thing. DC good. She is good at giving people strikes. Lord have mercy. She will copyright strike the shit out you. I'm on.
Oh, I know that.
I am a living proof of it. DC. I don't know how. I don't know how she worded, but Lord, she hits me. She hit me with strikes left and right.
Oh,
But
yes, she does.
I don't know if you ever got one from her. But yeah, she's.
No, I haven't. I haven't.
Hey, puppy. Yes.
She's never
Oh
given
man.
me a strike. I don't know why. I mean, I talked about her from here to the moon, but I guess she never felt the need to for some reason.
Well, she only strike people. She only strike people. I think. I think the people that actually. I'm not saying you don't, but she only strike people that she feels that it will please the bodega. You get what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I don't think she would strike you because, truthfully, she don't feel like it would be an impact or anything. She feel like, oh, if I strike Russ, Russ is just gonna beat it because you actually show yourself. You get what I mean? You have your name out there. So if she
Yeah.
strike people like me, it's more like, oh, we got GP, like we get his name and stuff. Like, whatever. You know,
Yeah, it wouldn't do any good for her because
it
everybody
won't.
knows that I'm pretty much a public figure.
It won't do no good for them. It won't. It won't. So what they do is they just call you creepy, sidekick, and stuff like that. Try to demoralize you or, you know, call name calling. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, he said I was his Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. That. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. That hurt. That not hurt me, but that kind of made me feel kind of like, what the fuck, bro? You know, like you're not Howard Stern. You're not on that level to be calling somebody your Beetlejuice. You know.
Yeah.
But see, that's the point, Russ. That's the whole point of it. I'm not here to talk about ex members of the Bodega or Negative Nation, all that shit. I'm here to talk about the craziness that I see that Tragedy do. AK, Megs, DC. That's all I point out. That's all I
Uh-huh.
point out. And all the rest of it just, I guess it all falls down, GP is just the incredible, whatever, bad guy, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Listen, I didn't come in this with a good history, but I'm not going to sit back and let people say things about me that's like, come on, bro. That's don't fit my character. That don't fit my character. That don't.
No, it doesn't.
It's sad though, Russ. It's really sad. It's
Yeah.
sad. And what Love did last night, that kind of made me feel like, and you know what? I know it was good intentions. I'm not gonna knock her intentions because I don't want because sometimes she watch you. I don't want her to go, oh, he's knocking my intentions. It was good intentions, but the truth is that shit didn't even need to be said. It's already, and for people who actually know about me, like go back and forth with me, they know that shit don't need to be said. Like I have, come on. But remember last time I said I would show you the proof behind the scenes? You get what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
don't have to show this shit publicly. Why? What does it like, Russ? I live by this mentality, and this is how I live my whole life. What does it benefit me? What does it benefit me to talk about a 6-hour stream dedicated to me? That don't benefit me. What does it benefit me to have people say anything as, oh, you want to fuck me? That don't benefit me. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
That don't benefit me. So for me to talk about any of those people, like, come on. And I actually told Love that. I was like, it don't benefit you. You need to go work on your mental health. The whole time I'm telling Negs, seek help, log off. Even though my whole streams be like that, right? Log off,
Yeah.
Negs. Seek help, Negs. Go to therapy. You're not seeing the fucking take your meds. Or if you don't have meds, go get on meds. Go sign into an inpatient. The whole time I'm saying things like that to Negs. I should have been saying the same exact thing to Love. And that's what I explained to her.
Yeah.
I was like, bro. I was like, Love, bro. I don't call Love, call her by her real name. It's like, bro, you got angry over some shit, and you did what you did. It's the past. But now it's time to leave and seek help. And that was, after that big argument, after I showed her everything, that I was like, yo, what's wrong with you? Look at this and this and this. What the and she was telling me this and this. It happened. I guess she had something to say to Jill, it's it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. I do hope she gets help myself.
You say you should get help yourself?
No, I hope that Love is able to get the help she needs herself. She said she's been seeing a therapist.
Yeah, because her anger issues is dangerous. She was actually really, really pissed off at jail and all that. Like I was like, well, that's your thing. You talk to that woman separate, and you tell me she. I don't like hearsay. You get what I'm saying? I don't like this. You tell me something, I tell you something, and this we're gonna argue about it. No, I'm gonna show you what I show you, and then you decide. Don't I tell you that, Russ? I let you decide. I won't no commentary, no nothing. You look at it. If you say GP, you're a scumbag for that, then I just hold that L. You know.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna show it to you. And I didn't even, so she went on there and did her thing, and she got that out of her spirit, and that's cool. I'm happy that she got that out of her spirit, so she can move forward now. Cause it's no need for her to come back and engage with irrelevant people that talks about the internet all the time. Like you know what I'm saying, Russ? Like, there's no need for that. Like, if you have a life, love, you have a life. You have a lot of shit going on in your life. It's time to just leave these people alone. This is just extra stress that people don't need. You get what I mean?
Yep.
But the biggest mistake I did made, I gave her access to everything. That's one of the mistakes I did make. I should never gave her access to everything. That's what I'm gonna take an L on. I'm gonna take the biggest L on that. I'm gonna take the biggest L ever. Because I don't have access to her Discord and everything because I never cared to ask for it. You know what I mean? She never shared with me. I never cared for it. But the biggest thing I did was I gave her access to everything that's on like online, like with this community and everything we've been doing. I gave her full access to it because I'm like, if I can't do it, at least you could go do it,
Yeah.
And I guess that's the biggest L I'm gonna take. I fucked up in that way because if I limit her, then all this shit would never been none of this would ever happen if I just limit her access to all of the things, And it's not no trust. It wasn't because I trust love. That's why I gave her access. No, it's because she was my co-host, and I said, "Oh, okay. Well, if I can't do it on the channel, you could. Here, take the access to this. Hey, take the access to this. Take the access to that." So if something happens to me, you can keep it going. You get what I mean? I have a whole family. So like
Yeah.
let's say if my kids get sick, I can't stream. My wife gets sick, I can't stream. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the baby gets sick, I can't stream.
Mm-hmm.
I can't come on. So love, go ahead pick. And it was agreement, and then that's how me and love thought about it. We both agreed on that. She was like, "Oh, okay, don't worry about it. I could do it. Just teach me how to do this and this and this." I said, "Cool." I taught her. I gave her the passwords to every single thing that's in this space, and I moved on. Like I could show you my Discord. My Discord has no family members, no personal friends. It's all girl world and bullshit. You get what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Everybody I talk to on the GP disc on the GP Discord is all girl world. That was created for girl world. So she had access to all that because in case I can't do it, she could. And that was my mentality of it. And that's what we agreed on as being host and co-host.
Yeah.
So that's why I kept telling people, love have access to everything when it comes to the GP thing. She have access to everything. Cause I'm not making money for myself. I'm not doing it for me. I'm not doing it for that. I was doing it for the sheer fun of it, just the sheer views. Like fuck everything. Let's just not the views, but for the sheer fun of it, like let's just talk shit. Fuck everything. Fuck the views. Fuck everything. Let's just talk trash, and let's see if it affect them. And that was my biggest thing. I didn't care if other people cared about it. I cared if Negs and them saw it, and I knew they was watching. So that's why I kept talking shit because I know Negs and DC was watching.
Oh yeah, they watch everything.
Absolutely, they watch me. I already got people already told me that was part of their Discord stuff. Like, yeah, they watch you. So that was my share fun of it to let you know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm an asshole because I find enjoyment of criticizing people like Next. Maybe you call me an asshole, a bad person, whatever. I can help. I don't care about that. The thing I don't care if you do about that, but the crazy thing is this is not that serious. And I had to explain that to love. This is not that serious. We have this man doxing people. So we have this man and a woman putting out everybody personal information. And we have people go, I don't give a fuck about that. Yeah, because you don't have a family, so you shouldn't give a fuck. You single, right? That's why you don't give a fuck. But people that have families, they're getting doxxed. But
Yeah.
when it comes to those people, when it comes to the people that's doing that, oh, it's we gotta handle them with care. Why? Because you're afraid they will dox them? You're afraid to get doxxed? Because you shouldn't be afraid if you don't care about being doxxed, right? Like I don't understand that. How you say you don't care about being doxxed, but now you don't want to go full, you don't want to attack somebody full fledged. You know what I mean?
Yep. It's a
That
mess.
see that's my point. That's my point right there, Russ. That's the point. Like it's a lot of craziness. There's a lot of contradiction. It's like whatever. Like I'm with the bullshit. The girl world's made of this. Let's go. I'm with it. But don't tell no unnecessary lies on me. Like I don't care about that. Don't tell unnecessary lies on me about shit that's so petty that I don't even give a fuck about. You know, if you say, "Hey GP, did you do this craziness with let's say something. Let's name something that people say I did. Oh, GP, did you give G-Man money? Absolutely. Everybody knows that. I admitted that. Oh, GP, did you, what you call it? Did you get G-Man, anybody information? No, I didn't. I didn't have nobody information to give G-Man. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't put things on me that I didn't do. Put things on me that I did do, and I could roll with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like this narrative of now you have people say, did you give Black Guy TV information? I didn't even know Black Guy TV information. How the fuck could I give that shit up? The person that actually knew Black Guy TV name never gave it to me. Villain never gave it to me. He knew this dude's name. He never gave it to me. He even said it. He was like, nah, I ain't gonna give that shit to you. He was like, nah, I didn't ask for it, but that's what he told me. He was like, yo, I'm just putting it out there. I'm not that type of guy. I don't give out names. I don't give the information that out. Just putting that out there because that's why you talking to me right now. This conversation is gonna be short. And I never asked for it. So with people saying that that's what I did, woo, that's a kind of like a stab. Now, I do care about that because that man has a family. And that's like a kind of stab to my chest. I said fucked up shit to that, but I never did. And these idiots don't realize that Tragic said it himself. He said, I've been sitting on these videos for almost 2 years. That's before I even came. 2 years is before I even came to Girl World. You get what I mean? It's when I didn't even know who the fuck a Tragic was. I was still talking shit back in Shantyverse. So it was like, now you're not doing your research. You just want to put things on me because in the moment right now, GP is to blame. The man already said he held on to the information for 2 years. I didn't know this nigga for no 2 years. So, You get what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
I only knew me and him only was talking cool for 6 to 8 months before we started going at each other. And people forget to realize this. I don't know if you realize this, Russ, but people really forget this. And I think Vidal, she could state this because Vidal was hot on my ass because of this. Oh my God, we had arguments on Twitter Spaces because of this.
Oh boy.
What?
I can imagine.
Yeah, Vidal came. Yeah, we had heated arguments on Twitter Spaces, and Vidal was mad at me because even after the whole thing between me and Tragic, whatever happened, I still said I was like, you know what, I fucked with him before, not as a personal friend, but as an internet friend. I fucked with him as somebody I thought was cool on the internet. I'm not gonna talk bad about that man. I was saying that shit for like months. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about that man. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about that man. I said that shit for months before I started talking about him. For months. Did people forget that? Did people forget that Vidal jumped down my back? Vidal was like, you still want to beef him. That's why you're not saying something about him. She was doing that shit for like a good month and a half. And I kept saying, I ain't gonna say nothing bad about him. I ain't gonna say nothing bad about this. Fuck it. I just gonna keep my distance and just stay away from him. People forget that I gave him that courtesy. So I was that type of guy to give him that courtesy. He started talking about some sexual offender shit, and then I went back and I hit him. Oh, okay. Now I'm gonna talk shit about you because now you lying on me. Like, I'm gonna say this on your channel now, man. People don't realize that Tragic documentary, that wasn't for fucking for me for the money. I don't really care about it. I really wanted to destroy that dude. Not because I don't like him, it's because I don't like people that dox. I don't give a fuck if you flirt. I don't give a fuck about all this. Oh, he's saying hello. Okay, the dude had manners. You a shitbag for thinking that for confusing manners with something sexually. That's on you. But when somebody is doxing your family, doxing people's families, jobs, and everything, oh, I wanted to destroy. Then this when me and Love was on good footing. He threatened to do the same shit to Love. So I was like, oh yeah, Okay. And she was with me on that. She was like, okay, let's go. So I went to the stream. I admit it now. Yeah, with Tragic, I went to the stream. I hired a private investigator. I was on it, bruh. I did. I hired a private. That's how I got all of my information. If people want to know, I hired a private investigator. They went out there and they gave me all the information from his. I'm talking about every court case and everything. I accumulated from that, family members, everything. Yeah, I did that to him because I'm not gonna sit here and have you threatening somebody that I've been friends with for all these years. I don't give a fuck how much you get my information wrong, but you're not gonna do that to her. So, and I was, actually, I probably wanted to say fuck him too, and I was like, let me take you down for this. And you know what? Even though I'm not gonna do a documentary, I'm still gonna pass that shit to Oliver. Fuck it, let's get it out there. Let's show how the dude that doxes people fucking addresses. Let's show how the dude that go on screen get going, create screen names and go, oh, that's not me. They think it's me, huh? Let's show what type of man you really are. You think the court cases with DC mugshots with DC put up is that's what it is? Dude, you been getting into trouble since you was fucking 14. Did you forget about those cases that you thought was supposed to be closed? Did you forget about that? I didn't forget about that, Tragic. I have that. I don't have technically I don't have the we call it the full, they didn't give me the full case. Like, okay, what I mean by the full case, it's closed. It's closed. So what they did was they just gave me the case number. You get what I mean? And the description of what happened. And that's all they was able to provide me with. And it was like, you gotta contact the courthouse. It was just a lot. It's a lot, but I got the case number. So I think like people like Oliver, would be very interested in having no case numbers because they will do their due diligence and going into it, right?
Yeah, he probably did forget about it.
Oh, he forgot about it. He forgot about drinking when he was a minor. He forgot about fucking the we call it driving while driving when DUIs he had. He forgot about all of that bullshit. He forgot. I know he did. I know because people only focus on the big things about Tragic, the domestic violence and stuff like that, or him beating up his sister and things like that. It's cool. You can focus on that. But I have every single thing he did. I paid that money for it. So I think I'm still going to pass it on. I'm not going to do the documentary. It's over for me. But yeah, I told AJ that. I said, AJ, give Oliver my email. And I definitely pass it on. I definitely, give the links out. But I got to make sure it's Oliver first because you know how they like to create emails, create fake stock accounts.
Oh yeah.
And, I gotta make sure I send it out on a secure site. But yeah, all public information. This is not information. Well, some information I have is not public, and I don't know if I'm gonna pass it off. But everything else I'm gonna pass off is all public information. So that's gonna be something I think the forums could go ahead and go crazy on, since Negs and DC and Tragedy do read the forums. They can read that about them.
Well, Negs says that he doesn't read it because of the guy that owns it, Josh Moon. The guy that started it.
Do you believe that?
Of course not. I know he reads it.
Negs read that shit more than anybody in life. Negs in DC, they read it every day. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Negs is so stupid. He quotes some of the things he read off the forums, and then he remembers that he actually quoted and have to save face. Like, oh no, somebody sent this to me. This is why. No, dude, you read it. You was on the forums reading it just like your girlfriend. Or whoever DC is to him, roommate, girlfriend, best friend, for benefits, I don't know. But
she is his homebody.
Is she? Or she's his sugar mama?
She's both.
But you.
She's his homebody and his sugar mama.
Yeah, she's something. We both know that, right?
Yep.
But I'm gonna go ahead and let you finish the mafia arguments, debates. Um,
Okay.
I appreciate you, Russ, man. I do. You know, I always was nice. I never jumped out. I was nice to you,
Yeah,
but
I know.
yeah, like, what I mean by I appreciate you, I appreciate that you, no matter what, you're still doing your thing, and I always have
Oh
to
yeah.
respect the fact that somebody's still doing their thing.
Yeah.
All right, Russ. You have a good day. All right, brother.
All right, GP. Thank you for coming on.
No, thank you for having me. Bye.
Take care. Okay. Let me get back to what I was looking at.
It now. And when we finally shouldn't have included him in that post. I shouldn't have, because
I think this is
by
where I was at.
by inference, I would say it might have looked like I was including Sammy in manipulating the government in some way. So I understand now how he got upset, and that's why I apologized and I took it down. But Sammy is Sammy, and he's emotional and he's intense, and he accused me of softening him up.
And the thing that bothered me the most was that him and his wife and kids are in church and they're praying for me. He had a catastrophe happen a week or two before with a young boy. It's not his fault. He could pray for him. Why do you want to pray for me? I'm not sick. I'm not dead. I'm not in jail. Why would you want to pray for me? So I took that little prayer you sent me as he's trying to soften me up from this video. He knew I would explode at that video because we're supposed to, at this point, be getting along.
It wasn't really well intended when I sent him the text about my faith. Okay, I understand that now. I got a little bit irritated by it. I understand it now. And when we finally got to this Mafia States of America Q&A that Patrick Bet-David held, well, it got contentious between the two of us. Some things were said that I regret that were said on both of our parts. Again, I think we straightened it out. Sammy and I have spoken afterwards, and I will tell you this. Sammy and I were not friends on the street. We didn't know each other well. Obviously, I knew of him, and he knew of me, I'm sure, because I'm a Francis. Everybody knew that name. So we knew of each other. We were not friends on the street. We're different. We have different personalities. There's differences in us. I'm not going to get into what was discussed other than the fact that it did get contentious. You can go back to listen to it. I'm just kind of explaining it now. I will tell you this. Sammy and I have communicated afterwards. We both agreed that what happened that day was no good. We don't want to have that kind of relationship at all. I like Sammy's family. I like his son. I've met some of his family. I like them very much. And I feel that he feels the same about mine. I know he does, and I know it's genuine. So we didn't mean to do any of that. And, I got to tell you, there's a lot of stuff going on social media. A lot of people are saying a lot of different things. A lot of guys are making comments about the mob life, and a lot of guys are knocking one another and talking about one another. I'm not into that. I don't even think Sammy is into that. I don't listen to his stuff. He probably doesn't listen to mine. But I don't think either of us are into that. And I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. But you know what? Everybody has, their own opinion. They want to get on YouTube and they want to make some money. Everybody has a right to make a living. I'm not knocking them. They could do what they want. It's just not what I intend to do. I don't think Sammy's doing it much either. I don't know. Again, I don't listen to his stuff. But, I'm not here to knock Sammy Gravano. Have I in the past? Yeah, I've said some things that were offensive to him. He said some things that were offensive to me. We did that at certain times when we were asked about one another. I think that's going to stop. Okay? But I will tell you this. Let me get to the Mafia States of America sit down, and let me get to Patrick.
I'll tell you this.
Because I know a lot of you are making comments that, Patrick decided to put a price on this. Now, again, I want to make something clear. Sammy and I did not get paid. We didn't get paid one penny. We have some expenses that were taken care of, but that's normal. Okay. But we did not get paid for this sit down that we had. Why did we do it? Because we're both on YouTube. We both have followers. So many people have asked us to get together. They said, Michael, you and Sammy are the real deal. And they told Sammy the same thing. You know, you have right now the biggest presence on YouTube. The both of us do. We'd love to see you get together. It's never been done before. We never saw two guys from that life really get together and talk things out. So Sammy and I discussed it. Patrick Bet-David brought us together and we decided to do it. So we really did it for our brand, for our platforms, to get together. We didn't do it for the money. But I will tell you this, Patrick took this to another level. He did a tremendous production. We brought Rudy Giuliani to give his opinion and his perspective, not only on the mob, on what happened during his day. You never really heard this from him, but on Sammy and I. And he gave a perspective on it. Chaz Palminteri, who understands the life, who wrote a brilliant movie in The Bronx Tale, who grew up in that era, that neighborhood, he understands it. He is part of this. Patrick spent a lot of money on this. The production value was very, very high. So if he now chose to put a price on it, well, that's up to him. He's a business guy. He's an entrepreneur, well-respected guy. I know a lot of people are complaining about it because I think they thought initially that it was going to go up on YouTube for free. I don't remember the circumstances of that. And listen, you have a choice. You buy it, you don't buy it. But I will tell you this, it's like 10 episodes. It's about 10 hours of this high production value and things that were discussed between Sammy and I. I'm not going to get into it now. I don't think you've ever heard this stuff before. I have a channel, obviously, so does Sammy. But we didn't talk together on either one of these channels. We spoke a lot. You're going to hear a lot about that life and about our perspectives in that life. And there were times when it got contentious just because he and I have a different perspective on the life. Right. I have a different perspective now than Sammy does. And I think I had a different perspective when we were both in the life. And yeah, Sammy is considered a hardcore gangster. I'm considered more to be a racketeer. We understand that. And as a result, we brought two different perspectives into the life. Sammy came up the hard way. This is probably what he wanted to be his entire life. Me, no. I got in there because my father thought it was a way to help him out. Now, obviously, I grew up in a life. I'm my father's son. I was around it since the time I can remember, 3, 4, 5 years old. And as far as I'm concerned, I grew up under one of the best. My father was a very well-respected guy in that life. Okay, so he taught me well. So we have different perspectives of the life. And I think it all came out during this 10-hour sit-down. So it's up to you. I'm not here being a salesperson. You can buy it. You don't want to buy it. Whatever you want to do. Patrick Bet-David has his way of doing things, and he's going to put it out there the way he wants. It's his project. It's not mine, and it's not Sammy's. So it's his project. I will tell you this. The people that have seen it so far have told me, Michael, it is amazing. I mean, they're looking, Netflix and one of the other major platforms. I don't know what Patrick's going to do about it. That's up to him. Yeah. But again, don't get mad at Patrick. He's a business guy. You don't want to buy it, don't buy it. I mean, that's up to you. But he put a major investment in this. He's got a major amount of time. He put a big crew. I think they had 10 or 12 people working on it at any given time. So that's it. That's all I'm going to say. If you're interested in this genre, if you're interested in Sammy and Michael, if you're interested in really hearing about the life with two guys that know it intimately well, that talked about it in great detail, it's up to you. So I think that, I've said enough today. This is possibly what you expected of today, but I think it's important that I got it out there. I wanted to address the elephant in the room, and the elephant in the room, I think for quite a while now, is going to be me and Sammy Gravano, me and him. And hey, if that's what it is, that's what it is. But hopefully I clarified some things today. That was my intent. So subscribe, michaelfrancis.com, Inner Circle, get involved in it. I think you're going to love it. I know you're going to love it. I got so many testimonials. People are tuning in all the time. We got new people coming on day after day after day. We're going to continue providing good content. That's what we do. I got a whole bunch of things coming up that we're going to get into that I think you're going to enjoy. We're doing a lot of work in the month of December 2022 on YouTube and everywhere else. Is going to be a big year, hopefully, on my platform. So That's it for today. My friends, how do I always leave you? I leave you the same way. Be safe, be healthy, God bless, and I really mean that. I mean God bless all of you. And you know what? I hope and pray I'll see you next time.
All right. Well, I hope that GP was able to tell his side of the story to the best of his ability here. And thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you all later.